it's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, let's chip and play. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can dream. Oh, take me out and stand with you, river you talk. When to tap our take and you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Everywhere, yeah. Forever we're true. We must be. Together we rise, just me and you. In nights that you will go on. 3 hours away, so need of my own. If a luck so leap in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Whoa, Chelsea, Chelsea stands on. Cover up with the hand. We give our all. Chelsea, forever we're true. Together we rise, just me and you. Hey, go wake up, baby, it's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, let's chip and play. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can dream. Oh, take me out and stand with you, river you talk. When to tap our take and you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Everywhere, yeah. Forever we're true. We must be. Together we rise, just me and you. In nights that you will go on. 3 hours away, so need of my own. If a luck so leap in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Whoa, Chelsea, Chelsea stands on. Cover up with the hand. We give our all. Chelsea, forever we're true. Together we rise, just me and you. Hey, go wake up, baby, it's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, let's chip and play. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can dream. Oh, take me out and stand with you, river you talk. When to tap our take and you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand thought of, for Yahweh so near my own. It will like so lipa in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly.
All right, good people, big up to all of you. Man is still a bit under the weather, as you can see from the way I sound. But more importantly, I do hope you're all doing well. And I appreciate you all finding the time to be with me this evening. It's 5:01 p.m. CST, my time. We're here for the predictions show of Chelsea versus Tottenham at home, a London derby, a must-win game. We are in even more pressure to win, given that those teams that were vying for the top four place with them, they all won games today. Newcastle United won. Manchester City won, and both have leapfrogged us in the table and are currently fourth and fifth, respectively, while we dropped down to sixth. So we can only hope that we win at the game. If we don't win our game tomorrow, we'll remain in sixth, and it's going to become even more difficult. Give me 1 second. So we can only hope for the best, but I think we can. We have some of our best players back. All our best players back. You could argue Nicolas Jackson is back. Cole Palmer is back. Noni Madueke is back too, and his absence showed how important he is or was for us before he got injured. Irrespective of the fact, that, yeah, he still has areas in his game that he needs to improve. But that's why we keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes that do go a long way. And DJ send the house big up. Where's everyone? It's a let show. And no people aren't used to the timing. And we're gonna stick to this timing for a while until we find a trusted house help. It's not easy. I'm not comfortable leaving my kids with a total stranger. So a lot of background checks involved. The Blue Morning Show will still come back. We still have evening show, so we're working on it. But that's by the way, DJ, nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join. I do hope you're doing well. So it's going to be a very, very tight game for us. It's not going to be easy. I think, given I've learned over time that our boys, the Chelsea players, they show, you could say, nervousness in such situations where, for instance, tomorrow we have to win. We must win to get back into top four. Usually, you see them not playing, not settled. They come across as unsettled and nervous and making silly mistakes. But let's see. We can beat them. We can beat them. The question now is, will we? That's the question for the manager and the players to answer. But let's see what happens. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. And sorry about the way I sound, still a bit under the weather. And the Shay Wendy 44452. Nice to see you. Big up to you too. I do hope you're doing well. And I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular evening. I'm gonna do something quickly because yeah, we're not a big account yet, so we're still big. We still beg for likes. Give me a second here. Let me beg for likes, and we can continue. So we will get into it immediately. We'll look at head-to-head insights, or AKA statistics, or record. They let us, you can say, draw a sensible conclusion with regards to the possible or most likely outcome of the game. Not the certainty, anyway, to be honest, because yeah, you cannot script football. It's really that simple. I'm not sure what's happening to all my screens. Do I need to? Is my antivirus down? I'm not sure. Or do I need to? I don't know. But that's by the way. Let's get into it without wasting much of our time. We'll start by Romeo Lavis suffering a setback again. I don't know whether to call that a setback. Is he even back? He was never back. We heard that again he's returned to full training, and I think he played a few minutes in one of our recent games. I can't quite remember which, but um, the only thing that gives me hope is that he's still a very young player, and this is something that I think I've heard Dante talk about how this is. You could argue he can outgrow it with time. He can outgrow it, but I don't know why he's, you could say, chronic, maybe. Again, even without playing a serious game, he gets injured. It's an unfortunate situation because he's a fine player, but the report reads that Romeo Lavis has suffered a small problem. He will be assessed in the next hours and we'll see, says Maresca. The last time we heard that he suffered a small problem, he didn't come back until 5 years later. If you if you get my opinion, so I'm not buying this small problem of a thing. There was one occasion where he went on social media to try to you say calling people complaining that people talk too much about what they do not know. Uh, he ended up staying out for nearly 6 months. So I'm really concerned. He's a player I like too much. He's unique, different from Enzo Fernandez and Moses Caicedo. But they say, as Monster FC will always say, I miss him actually. I don't know where he is. Um, Availability is the best ability. But unfortunately, in this case, he's hardly ever available for selection. That Rodrigo had called him a part-time player. You could argue he's officially a part-time player, but I'm still hopeful that he will eventually overcome whatever that has been plaguing his career, chronic injury case, in my opinion. So I don't think it will make sense to give up on him. Look at Rich James; he's looking as if he's back for good. So Romeo Lavias won't be an exception. He's even younger, so which means the possibility of him overcoming the injury that has plagued him is even more likely than the case of Rich James. Give me 1 second here. Let's beg for likes. All right, more likes, people, more likes. So I'm seeing a lot of Chelsea fans. You could argue something that we were hearing when Reece James was out. At some point, Chelsea fans got tired of hearing, yeah, that he's out or that he got injured again. I'm seeing a lot of Chelsea fans saying just sell him. I don't think it makes sense to sell him, um, but we don't lack options in that position. We have plenty of options in that position, which begs the question: what should we do for him? We do with him, so to speak, which makes sense because we can. But the issue, the biggest problem is how much we paid for him. Should we decide, okay, we want to move him on? I don't think we get anything close to how much we paid for him because, yeah, he hasn't played enough. But I think he'd stay. I think the club will find a solution, maybe find a permanent solution to that injury that has plagued him, his career overall. Lavia still 21 years old, an excellent talent that when fully fit. We should not give up on him. I mean, even though the fans are calling for the club to cash in, I don't think they do that. I know they keep him, but actually, it's frustrating. That's just the whole thing is that the fans are frustrated. If again, we know what is capable. We know what is capable of doing. He's unique, more aggressive than the current our current two sixes in Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo, and I think he reads the game very well from a defensive perspective than both. He's capable of fulfilling the 6 role tradition in a traditional manner than the other two, but let's see what happens. I'm just hopeful because he's an excellent talent. And he's still very, very young. Is he okay? 21, yeah. How old was he when we signed him? Was he 19 or was he 20? I can't quite remember, but that's by the way. Good luck to him. I hope he recovers quickly and play a part in the season because we do need him. So here are the results for today's game. Ipswich Town. Give me 1 second here. I watched the Newcastle game and then watched a bit of Man City's game. I started watching the Man City game, but the moment They scored two. I tuned off of it and started watching a different game. Bournemouth won. Ipswich down two. I didn't watch that particular game. Sorry, it keeps refreshing, and I'm not sure why. Aston Villa beat Brighton by 3 goals to nothing, and Man City beat Leicester City by 2 goals to nothing. Leicester City for me, Vanessa Roy, I think he should learn to be a bit more pragmatic. This is the Premier League, and I don't think his team is equipped to play the sort of football he's trying to implement. They risk a lot. Even when the game started, I knew, yeah, they're in for. They were lucky to have considered just 2 goals. Actually, I think at least Sivinho, what's his name, missed at least 2 clear-cut chances, or let me, if I remember, one to be in particular that I will never forget. But it is. I didn't expect them to beat City, but they made it easier for City, really. 19-year-old when we signed him, yeah. So he's been with us for 2 years, and yeah, he's only played a handful of games for us. That is seriously concerning, really, which is why people are frustrated. If he wasn't a good player, I don't think people will be complaining that much. But people are frustrated, and the way they show their frustration is asking the club to move him on because yeah, what's the need of keeping him at the club when he can't stay fit? As Monster FC will always say, availability is the best ability, but he's hardly ever available. Big up to you too, AB. Nice to see you. So Newcastle beat Brentford by 2 goals to one. Just when Brentford thought that they were back in the game, the goalkeeper for me that shouldn't that shouldn't go into the net. I'm not sure what he was doing. Maybe he thought it was a cross and wasn't fully convinced to punch it or stop it from going into the net. I'm not sure. Southampton drew 1-1 with Crystal Palace and actually scored first. Then Liverpool nicked it, 1-0 win against Everton. So let's see the table. Newcastle United and Manchester City both have leapfrogged us on the table because they won their games, which means we must win our game, or otherwise, yeah, we'll remain in the sixth place. And I think this is crunch time in the Premier League. You have to win as much games as you can. Even a draw will not be enough for us. Let's see what we have here. We signed him for 7 years and not 7 months. People need to chill with Lavia, but then again, I mean, the fans' frustration is understandable. Honestly, just the same way they were frustrated with Reece James and Ben Chilwell also. But let's see what happens. I think he will still overcome that injury and then come back and stay fit for and not just you could say get injured drinking water during training sessions. But that's fine. When we have a total of 20 people following the show, 4 on YouTube, the rest certainly definitely divided between X and Facebook. Please, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't. So let's look at the table here and see what we can learn from there. So Lavia is still 19, so I'm not giving up on him. But people are just frustrated, and which is understandable, really, because we know how good he can be, and we're hoping that he's going to be available to help us. You could say uh, push to finish the season strongly. But he just got injured, so I don't blame anybody for complaining. But I think saying pushing for the club to you could say cash in on him, I think that's overboard in my opinion. Um, and thank you guys thank you for the likes. We're at 5 likes. We can do a lot better than that. So let's see. Yeah. Yep. In fourth place is Manchester City with 51 points. Newcastle United just 1 point above us. They in fifth place with 50 points. So we're in 49 points. So should we? But I want us to win. If we end up if the game ends in a draw tomorrow, we will leapfrog Newcastle United. But I want us to win and to leapfrog both Newcastle United and Manchester City. Because Manchester City, you could argue they have more difficult games coming up. And let's look at Manchester City's schedule, and I can let's see and try to get an idea what games which of the games that be difficult for them, which ones we know they just win. Let's see fixtures. Let's go there. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular evening. If we finish sixth, does that mean that there has been no improvement from last season? I'm not sure how to calculate that, but I think we will finish above sixth place. I think we have a favorable. The games we have remaining you can say favorable to us. Really, we will look at it in a bit. I mean, I think we'll check. We'll look at a lot to say maybe we improved or maybe we didn't improve. Um, Pochettino, had him or love him, he had a lot of injury, a lot of players out. We did average. We were averaging at least 8 players out at the same time last season, and that's not the case this season. But let's see what happens. I think we'll finish the season strongly. Whether that be enough for us to finish in the top four, or we'll see. So Man City, they still have. They're gonna play Manchester United. The Manchester derby, usually a difficult game for them, and I think yeah, Ruben Amorim will get a result from this. That's just my opinion anyway. Maybe I'm just hoping that that's the case because yeah, if they lose, it will favor us. Even a draw will be fine. Then they have Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace capable of beating them. Everton is going to make life very difficult for them. David Moyes. Yep. And then they have Nottingham Forest, and then they have Aston Villa. Yeah, I think the only game you could say certainly they're going to win will be the game against Southampton. So they have more difficult runs than we do, in my opinion. So let's look at Newcastle's remaining games. Keep dropping again. Likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 7 likes, but we can do a lot better than that. 20 people in total following the show, but only 3 of those on YouTube. Let's see what else we have here. Let's go for Newcastle United. Let's see the rest, their schedule for the rest of the season. All right, let's go fixtures. Give me 1 second. It's still loading. So Newcastle, yeah, they're definitely gonna beat. They will beat Leicester City. I don't think that they're gonna beat Manchester United. Um, yeah, they have some tight games. Yep, they have some tight games. Yep, and then they have us too. They have Brighton. I think, yeah, that's not gonna be easy for them. Nottingham Forest, and I can't bank on them to get a result in that game. But Aston Villa, I think, will beat them. Crystal Palace probably ends in the draw. Manchester United can beat them, but they're definitely going to beat. They will beat Leicester City. But let's look at our own remaining fixtures here. Let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. What else do we have here? A must win tomorrow. Yeah. Yep, a must win for us against Spurs. No excuses. We don't dare lose that game. Not to Spurs. And at the bridge last time they got their only win after years was in 2018. They beat us 3-1 at home. I think we're gonna beat them. Maybe again the belief is that we'll beat them. Will it happen? I'll wait for Maresca and the players to answer that question. Noni Madueke might start tomorrow, and Chelsea will be back. I think definitely he starts. I think he's trained for a while now. I'd be shocked if he doesn't start. You know how much the manager likes him, so I'm not gonna bet on him not starting. I'd bet on him starting that game. But let's see what happens. A few hours away from the next day, so let's look at our own schedule and see. I'll just see how again. Let's see fixtures here. Let's see. Um, let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 25 likes. 25 people watching in total. 9 of those on YouTube. The rest on X. So we have Tottenham. The belief is that would beat them. Brentford, I think, will beat them. Conference League. Ipswich time, I think we'll smash them at home. I think we will mop the stadium carpet with them at home. Fulham, a tight one, a London derby, but I think we'll beat them. We will exit with one. So we have a favorable fixture actually. We have run of games that we can actually win. The only you can say the most difficult two games will be the Fulham and Everton game. David Moyes, he knows how to be pragmatic and will make life difficult for us on the day. Fulham are almost always a difficult side to play. Is again they have a good. You could say we in the recent years we find it difficult to beat them actually. But I think we have a favorable you could say upcoming games really. Yeah, and is everything there? I think there should be more. There should be more here. Yeah, we still have Liverpool at home. Then Newcastle United, and then Manchester United. Liverpool, I'm not sure. Probably a draw. I think we'll beat Newcastle United. Manchester United, probably a draw. So it's difficult to say what's going to happen. Nottingham Forest, wow. Yeah, it's tight for us too, especially towards the last one, two, three, four, towards the last four games. So let's see whether the manager will prove a lot of people wrong. I think tactically, I think he's capable of getting results. We should just support him. Um, Big up, Ty. Nice to see you. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 9 likes in total. We can do a lot better than that. So we have a favorable few games, and that the last four games tight, really tight. Yep, Liverpool. Yep, Newcastle United is an easy side to deal with. But if we have all our players back, I'm hopeful. Manchester United, we could beat them. You never know. So it's going to be an interesting end to the season, really. But that's why when we move on here, we get to the game proper. Chelsea at home to Tottenham in a London derby. This is a fourth mob. They're predicting that Robert Sanchez starts between the sticks, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. They're predicting essentially it's going to be Colwell and Wesley Fofana, two centre backs. Reece James, right back, Mark Correa, left back, and then 2 6 Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo, 10 Cole Palmer, 9 Nicolas Jackson, right wing Pedro Neto, left wing Jadon Sancho. I think Sancho starts this game, so maybe chances are that Noni Madueke isn't going to start and will come on later. Sancho during our last game against Tottenham, he was brilliant. He had a very good game against them at their stadium, and was one of our best players on the day. Actually, he got a goal and also was troubling them throughout the game. So I think they pretty much nailed it. Yeah, I think this is going to be, but the application will most likely be a back three of Rhys James right centre back, Fofana centrally, Colwell left centre back with Marco Correa charged with the responsibility of completing triangles and overloading. You can say overloading spaces and earning us a numerical advantage over the opposition. It's going to be an interesting game tomorrow. Angie, the only stupid thing about him is that he doesn't know how to play differently. It will be a high line, but here's the thing. A lot of people think that because he will most definitely play with a high line, that certainly means that we're going to beat them. No, here's where I'm concerned. With this back line, of Fafana and Levi Colwell under sustained pressure, they usually start making silly mistakes. That's why I still cannot believe why the manager doesn't start Tosin. Tosin should be the first name on the list when it comes to our defensive line. He's the most experienced, and he's proven that whenever he's on the pitch, irrespective of how much pressure we face, he hardly ever panics. He almost always cool, calm, collected on the ball, reads the game very well, reads the game better than all our centre backs actually. You see how many you could if you disagree, just look back and see how many last ditch blocks he's made that earned us a 3 points on two occasions. Actually, I think that shows you he reads the game very well. He just doesn't, you can say, going for tackles recklessly, just like Fofana does on occasions, and then ends up getting dribbled. easily because yeah, he doesn't time his tackles sometimes. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but I'm just saying I still cannot fathom or understand why Maresca don't seem to trust Tosin to lead that back line. I think he's arguably our best centre back in my opinion, but who am I to blow against the wind? He earns his pay. Again, he's our manager. He decides who starts and yeah, who doesn't start. But um, I hope he starts Tosin tomorrow. But let's see what happens. It does probably not going to start him because Wesley Fofana is fit and has been training for a while now. He likes Levi Cowell too, and Dante will tell you Cowell has a clause on his contract that yeah that requires him to play a certain amount of games. So so probably he starts. Give me 1 second here. More likes, people, more likes. All right, let's look at the insights. Let's look at the insights here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We're getting closer and closer to 25,000 subscribers. Hopefully, we'll get there as soon as possible. Insights. Give me 1 second here. Okay, well, let's just go with this guy. In our last again 5 games, we won 4, lost 1 to Arsenal. Could have ended in a draw. We had the opportunity to get an equalizing goal, but it didn't happen for us. We were pained. A lot of the fans were pained on the day, but yeah, understandably so. For Tottenham, in 5 games, they lost 3, drew 1, won 1. Interesting. So the odds are again are in our favor, but it just cannot script football. We cannot because of their current form say yeah that's it. We're definitely beating them. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, football as I've always told people, 1+1 doesn't always equate to 2. So let's see insights. Let's see what insights tell us before we come back to this. We have scored 8 goals in our last 5 matches. For them, have scored 5 goals in the last 5 matches. So we scored 3 more. That's a good sign. But once again, disclaimer: this doesn't mean that definitely we're beating them. Insights, aka numbers or statistics, help you come to a sensible conclusion with regards to what the most possible outcome is going to be. Not a certainty, definitely, because you just cannot script football. So Chelsea have won the previous 3 matches against Tottenham. Okay, haven't kept a clean sheet in 6 games. Good for us. Have we kept how many? We've kept 1, 2, 3 clean sheets in let's go with 5. We can see 5 there. Cole Palmer is ranked third in big chances created in the competition and is back 19 in total. So good signs for us. And then average 1.9 goal per match. I think for us we have a lot more. So Tottenham in the last 5 games scored 1 goal here, 3 goals in total. But in our last 5, yeah, is that 3? Yeah, they scored. Tottenham scored. Yep, they scored just 1 here again. No. They scored 3 here. Sorry, 2 here. That's 5 in total, and we scored 8 in total. We've seen that before. And how many did we concede in 5 games? We conceded just 2 goals in 5 games, and in 5 games for them, they considered 2, 4, and then 5 and 7 in total. So the odds are in our favor. But does that mean that we're definitely beating them? You just cannot script football. Yeah, we have to go into the game play again like it's a playing the game like it's a final with the mindset that yeah we need to put in the work needed to win the game and not just go with the mindset that yeah they're considering a lot, we're definitely beating them, which you could argue the charity FC mindset and then end up losing the game. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We have 10 likes and we have a total of people 28 people following the show, 5 on YouTube, the rest divided between X and Facebook. Definitely. Let's see, what else do we have here? All right, 10 likes. We can do a lot better than 10 likes. Let's see, what else do we have here? We've looked at insights, and in insights numbers, you can say the odds are in our favor. but that's not to say definitely we're winning. For them, they have Kevin Danso, a hamstring injury, Radu Dragusin, mid October. Wow. Dejan Koklowski, a tricky customer. He scored one. Was it one the last time we played them after Kukurea made a mistake? Wasn't he the guy that scored? Richarlison looks like his injuries have plagued him a lot of late. With plus, he had a mental health issue that and kudos to him for speaking out publicly, really, about his mental health struggles. And I hope he's better. But I think it was the injuries he had that led to him struggling with mental health issue at the time. But despite it, for Chelsea, Gavros Lolina, nothing. Romeo Lavia, a physical discomfort, doubtful. So chances are he'd still be available tomorrow. And by the way, that report we looked at with regards to Romeo Lavia's fitness did say he has a small problem that will be assessed. I think in a few hours. I can't quite remember the exact phrasing of that particular report. So chances are he'd be available for selection, or maybe because his case is peculiar, we don't want to risk a lot. We don't want to risk him playing if he feels any measure of discomfort and then end up aggravating the situation. Mark Gui hamstring, doubtful. So Mark Gui is back in training. So probably not going to be. I don't know whether he'd be available for selection. Omari Kellyman, we signed him. That's another interesting story right there. Give me 1 second. Let me take care of something quick. Right. Thank you for your patience, guys. Omari Kellyman. I did do a bit of research at the time when we were on the verge of signing him. Although you could argue, I don't know if it'd be correct to say he was just a transactional signing that we used his signing to help Aston Villa. Yeah, but he's not. I'm not sure. He'll be back mid-April. I'm just gonna move on from that. Really. Do we have what else do we have here to look at? The good thing, Cole Palmer is he's fully fit, available for selection, and I think he starts. I don't see a world where he doesn't start this game. 10 likes, people. We can do a lot better than 10 likes. 36 people following the show, only 9 on YouTube. The rest, the certainly divided between X and Facebook. All right, head to head with Tottenham. Let's see. Something else I want to look. Usually, I see more detailed insight when I use Google. I'm going to do that quickly. Just give me 1 second here. All right. While you wait for me to set that up, if you have any questions, drop it in the chat section, and I'll try to address it. But if I don't have the answer to your question, I'll pretend that I can't see it. And by the way, we still go news hunting. We will go news hunting. Once we're done covering everything we have lined up, we'll go news hunting to see if there's anything interesting for us to look at. But right now, I'm trying to go to the Google match preview window because it has more insight than FOTMOB. FOTMOB actually problematic because lots of pops up. It has a lot of pop up leading to the system slowing down. So I'm gonna go Chelsea schedule. That's how I usually find it. All right, let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 11 likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's see. Go back to this. I think I like this window like this. So overview. Where do I find what I'm looking for? I think probably overview. Give me a second. Oh, match preview. I think that's where I'd find it. Sorry about the white screen. I know you can. What is this? No, I don't want a video. Give me a second. Let me find a solution to that. More likes, people. More likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let me see what I'm looking for here. Usually has they do have excellent insights. Um, I don't want it to be a video, really. Yeah, it looks like definitely it's going to be a video, but that's fine. When we move on, we're gonna get to the lineup prediction exercise in a bit, and once we're done with that, then we go for news hunting. Give me one second here. Let's see what else we have here. All right, I'm just gonna go back to the window. Let's get to the lineup prediction exercise. That didn't work. Definitely. All right, let's go back to this window. And if you want to join the exercise, you can come join us on YouTube. So let's see your comment there. I'm gonna get my ink as usual. All right, I'm gonna get my ink. Let's see if my ink works. All right, there you go. And I like the square version. All right, so we're sticking with this structure, even though we know the application will be more of a back three because Good Korea will invert. And I think let me take care of the most difficult aspect of the exercise, which is selecting the goalkeeper. Yeah, I think it's going to be Robert Sanchez. All right, Robert Sanchez. Definitely. Maresca shocked everybody and still start Jorgensen over him, but that's just my opinion. I know Vic will start screaming agenda, agenda now because he's here. But yeah, I think it's going to be Sanchez. Definitely. The manager, if anything, I don't know what language he needs to use before people understand that he prefers Sanchez starting between the stick. And there's been a lot of wacky goalkeeping in the Premier League this season. Like the second goal, what team considered that second goal? Um, was it the Brentford goalkeeper considered that second goal? How that happened, I was shocked. Really, big up to you too, Vic. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, Vic. Do you have any update for us? Drop it there. I'd really appreciate that. All right, let's see what else we have here. This is saying the lineup won't be easy to predict. We don't know if Jackson and Palmer are fit to start. I think they are. What did the manager say? What did he say? I think he said that both are better and something to the effect that they're ready. Let's look at it before we come back to the lineup prediction exercise again. Um, let's see the few things the manager said. Maresca explains his regime. So yeah, they are that. I'm not interested in that really. Maresca every day, our medical staff speak with him to see how he is, to see if he is able to train. Who's this? Reece James. Okay, we still speak with him to see if he's able to train. Enzo Maresca and Reece James. I don't want to talk about Reece James right now. I don't want to talk about these things, as somebody would say, but that's JD Vance. But yeah. What else do we have here? I'm looking for Maresca's comments on Nicolas Jackson's availability and all that. But all the stuff I'm seeing here, commentaries on the game today is the only thing I'm seeing here. Let's see. I think both will start. I think Nicolas Jackson and what's his name will start. Still on Reece James. Did they speak about Reece James for 10 hours? All right, I'm not seeing anything here. I think we're just gonna go back, complete the lineup exercise, and run. At the moment we're done, we call it a day, and then hopefully we'll have the time to do the pregame show tomorrow. It's gonna be difficult because I'll be at home with my daughter at the time. Matt Law, I don't really see a scenario where Nicolas Jackson moves out to the left, and that becomes his position. And I don't think Nico would particularly accept that. Really, I could see a scenario where if someone came in with a good beat for Nico, they'd consider just shut up. Really, that's absolute boohoo there. Matt Law, Chelsea really like Mark Gui. We know that. Nothing new there. So I'm not seeing anything that Nicolas Jackson. I think Jackson is. I think probably starts. I'd be shocked if he doesn't. So I'm not seeing anything, but I think they will start. I think I remember saying something. I can't quite remember what I saw exactly. Kukurea definitely starts. Let me know if you think otherwise. I don't think we have too many options there. Yeah, Kukurea starts there. Yeah, of course, Colwell, the manager's son. He likes the manager so much that he says he said that the manager is light years ahead of all the managers. That's some redonkulous comment, really. That shows you how happy he is under the manager. Probably because the manager, whenever he's fully fit, he's one of the first names on the team sheet. Yeah, for Fana, I don't think the manager starts Tosin, but I'd rather Tosin start games. Honestly, Tosin is our most experienced defender, the only leader there, in my opinion. Others may well eventually match out to become leaders, but they haven't shown no any. I haven't seen anything from them that shows, yeah, it's going to be anytime soon. And I don't know why Maresca. I don't know why he can't just see it that Tosin is our best centre back. In my opinion, I think James starts here. Well, maybe he may well play him in the midfield. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I think he starts. And yeah, of course, Caicedo here. There aren't too many news items actually to address. Not so much is happening. Then Enzo and Palmer. I think Palmer starts this game. Um, Nkunku probably will be dropped to the bench. So we don't know if Jackson is fit enough to start. All right, coach. Honestly, we don't know, but I think he's trained for a while now. I think he's gonna start. We've seen him. We've seen training pictures. He's been pictured in training with the ball. Not the. That wasn't just him running like training separately. He's trained with his teammates with the ball. So I think probably, I think I think he's gonna start this game. Maybe in Kunku, I'm not sure. Even Maresca himself did put out an Instagram post where he had Nkunku on the poster, you could call it that, with our next 5 games. I don't know whether that's a giveaway that Nkunku will most likely start ahead of Nicolas Jackson tomorrow. I honestly do not know. It's really difficult to say. So I think Jackson starts here. Let's just go. Let's just have fun. Then if tomorrow he doesn't start, then we'll see. Pedro Neto, it makes sense for him to start over the returning Noni Madueke. Maybe not Madueke will come on later. So yeah, it makes sense. I agree. Jadon Sancho, he was brilliant against Tottenham. The last time we played them was one of our best players on the day. So I think Sancho starts. Yeah, I think Sanchez starts. So nothing else. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat section, and I'll try to address it. I don't know. Going news hunting, I don't think we'll see anything. It was streamed for 50 minutes, and I wouldn't mind ending the show right now. The timing is off for a lot of people, but that's how it's going to be for a while until I find a house help that I can trust. Let's see what else you have here. News hunting, nothing new. This was yesterday. talking about Kendrick Pies. Nothing more. So I'm gonna wait a bit to see if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, I'm gonna call it a day. Really, we've streamed for 50 minutes and 35. And you can say 51 minutes. So let's hear you. Any questions? Any questions? Otherwise, I'm gonna call it a day. With that, I think we've come to the end of the show. And Echo, let me say this: how do I think this ends? I think we're gonna concede, definitely. Oh my gosh! The last time I predicted, I tried to predict the outcome of a game. We ended up losing that game. But given what again the insights tell us, I think we will concede, but we will outscore them. So we will beat them. We will beat them, but we're definitely conceding. If they score two, we're scoring three. If they score one, we're scoring two. I don't see us that game finishing without us conceding. That's because under persistent pressure from opposition, we start making primary school mistakes, and I don't think that changes anytime soon because we still have the same crop of defenders inexperienced, and except if Tosin is on the pitch, he usually handles that very well. But that's by the way, nothing else to talk about here. A lot of commentary, a lot of comments from football commentators, former footballers, a lot going on about Jadon Sancho and all that. With that, we've come to the natural end of this particular show. We have what do we have here? Vic, thank you so much for finding the time to be part of the show. I appreciate you. Let's see how correct would find will be when we see the lineup tomorrow. I think pretty much this really, or maybe Rich James moving centrally and Malagusto starting here, and one of Pedro Neto or Sancho not starting. That we could see that happen, but you never know. Ty, thank you for joining. DJ Soft, thank you for joining. Who else was here? Tob S, thank you for joining. It's been a minute. I appreciate you finding the time to join. AB, thank you so much for joining. And if I missed your name, apologies, I'm only human. And Shay Williams also. If I missed your name, apologies, I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And cheers.
Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. No knock. With every chant and roar, we rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world that all hearts open wide. From stands of great, share our voices to the light. We love for the team, stand strong by our side.
Every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the skies. And if a cowboy said, for real of dust, and then with a love this storm, and before us to there, and there was a strife. How you, my heart, keep the blue fading signs like we soar. Through every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the sky.
Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. New knock with every chant and roar, we rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the